All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and to the Achians who are of the pushing this truth for the edification of the body and for the building of the church. To you, I salute. I want to do a brief lesson on the gathering of the scattered, okay? And it state, okay, the meaning of gathering, to bring together, to take in from scattered places or sources, okay? Assembling, meeting, congregation, an assembly, okay? An assembly of objects, an assembly of people, an assembly of any, okay, material, all right? The word gathered in Greek is sanugo, okay, which literally means to lead together. Usually, in order for a gathering to occur, there must first be a scattering, okay, i.e., fruits fallen from a tree or leaves fallen from a tree, okay, must be gathered together, okay, for they do not all fall in the same place, okay. Seemingly, the nation of Israel was scattered out of all, okay, throughout all of the nation of the earth. Israel was the only nation that was scattered through all the nation of the earth. And this was as a result of slavery, okay? Because if you go to Deuteronomy, let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 64, and it states, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all the people from one end of the earth, even unto the other, and there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even of wood and stone." Israel is the only nation that was scattered throughout the earth, okay, during slavery, and they served the God of the nations that they were scattered to, okay? They say you should serve other gods, even of wood and stone, okay? That doesn't apply to the rest of the nation, okay? Only the nation of Israel was scattered, all right, throughout the world. The next precept you're going to go to is John chapter 16, verse 32. "Behold, the hour cometh, yea, is now come, that ye shall be scattered, every man to his own, and shall leave me alone. And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me." Okay, so we were scattered. Okay, and these are the words of Yahweh Shai himself, Mashiach, saying that we shall be scattered, we fall away, okay, to the nations, okay, to other nations, okay, and serve the gods of their nation. All right, we left Yahweh Shai alone. We left the gospel, okay, the gospel of the, okay, the holy Bible of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to serve the gods of Esau, Moab, Ammon, okay, in which we were scattered. All right. The next precept you're going to go to is Zephaniah 2 and 1. Zephaniah 2 and 1. "Gather yourself together, yea, gather together, O nation, not desired." Okay? Israel is that nation, not desired. Okay? Israel is a nation that was scattered and is not desired. It is hated by the world. Okay? Because, all right, the world, the nations of the world, they form a confederacy against Israel. Okay? Their determination was to cut them off from being a nation. And Psalms 83 and 4 can attest to this. Okay, if you go to Psalm 83 and verse 4, okay, we can even start from verse 3. "They have taken crafty counsel." Who's that? The nation took crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden one, who is Israel. We were hidden because we don't know who we are. Okay? And verse 4, they have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." Okay, so this is what the other nations did to us. Okay, as they became a confederacy against the nation of Israel to destroy us. Okay, and scatter us. Okay, deceive and displace us, confuse, okay, and abuse us. Okay, he said, let us scatter them, confuse them, that they shall no longer exist as a nation. We don't have no military might. We don't have no leader. Our king, okay, is on his way. Okay, his return would be real soon. All right. The next precept we're going to go to is 2 Chronicles 20 and 4. Okay. As soon as I learn how to read, I can find it. 2 Chronicles 20 and 4. That's a line from Mama Wanabad. Judah gathered themselves together to ask help of the Lord, even out of all the cities of Judah, okay, came to seek the power, all right? Judah, the gathering began with Judah, okay? The coming together, all right? This gospel was first preached to Judah, all right? The so-called American blacks, all right? And Judah gathered themselves together to ask help of the power. Even out of the cities of Judah, they came to seek the power, all right? So the awakening began with Judah. The gathering of the nation, okay, of Israel began with the tribe of Judah, okay, accepting this gospel, beginning this everlasting gospel with Elijah, the prophet, who came in the spirit of Abba Bibbins, okay. The awakening of the prophets, okay, all right, of today began with Judah, all right, the prophet Abba Bibbins in the spirit of Elisha, okay, who also was in the spirit of, was in John the Baptist, who prepared the way for the coming Messiah, okay, and now Abba Bibbins is preparing the way for the gathering together of Israel, okay, that the Messiah would come and redeem us and save us from our enemy, from those that hate us. Okay, the next precept we're going to go to is Malachi 4 and 5. Malachi 4 and 5. And it states, Salakia, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of that great and dreadful day of the power. Okay, so he will send you Elijah the prophet. And this is who we refer to as, who was stated early as Abba Bibbins. Abba Bibbins came in the spirit of Elijah. Okay, he's the reincarnation of Elijah. All right, and he prepared the way for the coming Messiah. Okay, for the gathering. All right, because the coming Messiah, the way for the coming Messiah first was prepared by John the Baptist, and Abba Bibbins is now making that preparation for his return to gather us from among the nation that we will scatter. Okay, this marked the beginning of the teaching of the everlasting gospel. And if you go to Revelation 14 and 6, it will tell you about this everlasting gospel that was preached. This everlasting gospel, Salakia. Let me get Revelation 14 and 6. Okay. Revelation 14 and 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach to them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people. All right? The everlasting gospel was first be preached to the election that are scattered. Okay? And then you will have, okay, the return of the Messiah. The everlasting gospel must be preached, okay? And that begins with our Bibbins, okay, who, okay, prepared the way like John the Baptist. Abba Bibbins prepared the way by preaching the everlasting gospel, by studying the everlasting gospel, all right? And the next precept we're going to go to is Matthew 24 and 31. And it states, and he shall send his angel with a great sword, Salakia, with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, okay, from one end of the earth, Salakia, from one end of the heaven to another. Okay, so this here is the gathering, all right, whereby it states in Matthew 24 and 31, and he shall send his angel with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, okay, from one end of the heaven to another. So this is the gathering of the scattered, okay. I hope this lesson was edifying and it served its purpose. Shalom.